What's happening, guys? Welcome back. On this segment, I'd like to go over the Jon Jones submission that tapped out Ciryl Gane. I'm sure some videos have been done on it, but I'm seeing comments where people believe that Gane, quote, just gave up, that he didn't put a lot of effort to get out of the submission, didn't fight with the hands. Some people don't think it was tight, and they did show in the replay that Jon's forearm was tucked underneath Ciryl Gane's chin. But I think people still don't understand like how tight that was. Now, from the angle I saw, it looked like it was basically an arm in guillotine where Jon was like kind of crouched over him. And I made reference to this in the recap video immediately after the fight. The leverage points of that choke are very similar to Luke Rockhold's one-arm guillotine, his mounted guillotine on Michael Bisping. Very, very similar leverage points. And when you're choking somebody at that angle, and your forearm is underneath their chin, and that's the fulcrum, the back of their head is underneath your armpit, and you're able to crank their head and neck forward with basically your back, your core, your body weight as well. In Jon's case, the pressure is freaking insane. You barely have time to tap. I mean, first of all, it's uncomfortable and painful. You got somebody's forearm just pressing against your throat, crushing your esophagus. On top of that, because your neck is in such a compressed position, it's also cutting off your blood flow. So there's a few things going on there. And when it's in that deep and tight, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, if you're lucky, you could dig your fingers in. If you're crazy strong, you can pull super hard to create a little bit of space to kind of survive a bit. But it's an uphill battle. It's kind of like there are things you can do to get out of a triangle choke, but the best triangle choke defense, as they say in gyms, is don't get caught in one. So it really was Gane's bad to not see that choke coming, because as a viewer, like, I saw it coming a mile away. But then again, I have a training background. A casual fan might not see it. Some might if they're a longtime viewer of the sport, but it's like, we have a vantage point from a different view as a viewer, as opposed to Gane being in the fire. So not trying to be an armchair quarterback at all, but I'm just saying, like, you saw the choke coming. And if Gane had more grappling experience, it's kind of like a feel for it. You kind of sense it coming. You feel it coming by the body positioning. You can kind of feel Jon manipulating your head and neck in a certain position to go for something. And I guess maybe Gane was caught up in the moment, getting overwhelmed, or he's like not experienced enough. And I say that respectfully. On the feet, the guy is a super expert phenom. There's no doubt about that. But like, he's growing in mixed martial arts, his wrestling and grappling. For sure, he needs work. So back to the choke itself. Yeah, what Luke had on Michael Bisping, again, it's like really similar leverage points. It's just that Luke did it with one arm, and he was on top of Bisping while Bisping was on his back, and he arched his back and used like the muscles in his back and torso as the force to create the leverage. Jon did the same thing, but on top of that, he had his body weight. So I think it was actually worse. Gane really had no choice but to tap. I mean, it's as simple as that. It was a flawless performance by Jon Jones. He looked a little bit uncomfortable on the feet, and the same advantage that Gane had standing. Jon probably had a greater advantage in the grappling, so he took advantage of that. Beautiful submission. So no, guys, it wasn't a fixed fight. No, guys, Gane didn't just easily give up. He made a mistake. He left his neck out there for sure. Anybody with any grappling training background, fighters, BJJ guys, competitors, they'll attest to what I'm saying. But yeah, I just wanted to throw up this quick video to help some fans out that maybe didn't understand what was going on there, that don't realize the pressure and the leverage of that choke. It was tight. But thanks for watching this segment, guys. I'll catch you all on the next one. Until then, please take care of yourselves. Later.